It's challenging to stand out in the noisy world we live in. It's easy to overlook the profound impact of silence to gain attention. The Stoics were right all along. They knew that being still is a sign of power, the kind of strength that makes people want to be with you, even through silence. Imagine walking into a room and becoming the center of attention without trying. It's not because you're the loudest or flashiest, but because of your unique personality. It feels as though you're conveying a lot of information without actually saying anything. This isn't just the stuff of tales. Whether it's ancient wisdom, you can make it happen. Today, we will delve into the essence of silent attraction by adhering to the timeless. As the Stoics say, it's not just about making an entry, it's about creating a lasting effect that feels as natural as breathing. If you've ever felt lost in a world where people are constantly talking, this is the time to learn how silence can speak volumes. Let's find out how to become easily magnetic and turn heads, without even attempting to use the ancient art of Stoic charm to their advantage. If you like the trip we're taking together to explore the depths of knowledge and silence, click the subscribe button and remember to do me an effortless favor. If you've ever felt like you're not like most people, this message is specifically designed for you. Make sure you don't skip any parts of the movie. You're the one we've been waiting for. How often do we hide our feelings, quiet our hobbies, or even change our minds? We've all been there just to fit in. But Stoicism can help us get back on track with our true selves. In other words, it shows us that our authenticity is the most attractive thing about us. Being true to yourself puts you in tune with your nature, and this tune sounds good. When you share deeply with those around you, it's like sharing a message that says, "This is the real me." Being honest and without apologies is powerful, trust me. But let's break it down even more. Being you means accepting your flaws, your joys, and your weaknesses. Being strong entails maintaining your beliefs despite external attempts to alter them. It's about accepting your true expression and finding happiness in yourself. If virtue is your best quality, know that the Stoics prioritize virtue above all else: courage, fairness, and temperance. Let these qualities guide your life. Possessing an inner moral sense not only enhances your attractiveness to others, but also brings you closer to peace of mind and happiness. So how do you start loving the power of being yourself? It starts with a look inside. Find out your values, passions, and limits. Consider your life force and how to combine them. Compare your actions with your true self, then be brave and express what you want to say. Show the world your real self. It's not about being perfect or making everyone happy. Being honest and dependable in what you say and do is important. It's important to be authentic every single day. Marcus Aurelius, a simple philosopher, once said, "Don't waste any more time arguing about what." In the context of our discussion, a good man should embody these qualities. The message is still strong even if you change man to person. Don't spend your whole life thinking about what makes someone beautiful or likable. Just be yourself. Being yourself gives you power. Live by your ideals and let your true self shine. You can believe me that in a world that values conformity, your honesty will shine through. It draws people to you without them even realizing it's your skill. In the most natural and deep way possible, who we are and how we show ourselves to the world say a lot about us. Stoicism does not talk about giving up material things. It does not say a single word. Instead of caring about how we look, it helps us live with purpose. This includes the way we express our identity through our Stoic style. It teaches us how important it is to be real and simple, telling us to focus on style, which is what truly matters. This doesn't mean sticking to a simple look. It means picking clothes that fit our true selves instead of giving up fashion totally. We wear clothes that reflect our personality and life activities. It's about making decisions that are in line with our true selves. Follow every passing style without giving it a second thought. Think about what you wear. Something feels right, something that prompts you to ask, how do you feel confident? Aligning your external look makes you feel good, maybe even a little unbeatable. Having a connection with your inner world makes you more real and unique. It's not about being ostentatious or costly, but about possessing a strong sense of self. That's only you, but style is more than just clothes. It includes everything about your style, from the way you wear your hair to the things you wear. That become part of who you are. Each choice is like a stroke in a painting. In other words, Stoicism advises us to make these decisions intentionally, to make sure they're not just making noise. So how do we use Stoicism to add Stoic knowledge to your style? First, ask yourself, what does each piece in your closet say about you? Does it match your values? Does it show who you are? Being yourself is more important than impressing others. Keep in mind that your style is flexible. Be truthful and adhere to it. Your style will shift and change as you grow, change, and go through life. That's fine. The important thing is to stay true to yourself during these changes. Let your outward appearance change along with your inner journey. It's amazing how much we can say with our bodies and stances without even speaking. Even the way we walk through a room tells people around us something. Stoicism is a way of life that teaches us about being in charge and aware, not only of our thoughts but also of our bodies. It's about realizing how we look from the outside. These are signs of how we're feeling inside. So when we talk about body language, from a Stoic point of view, it's not just about changing our body language to look a certain way. It's about making sure that our actions match up with our inner positive qualities and goals. It has to do with being honest about how we feel and what we do. Think about how simple it is to keep excellent posture. It's not just about looking sure of yourself. It shows that you value and treat yourself with respect. Standing tall with your shoulders back demonstrates traits highly valued in Stoicism. You're not just telling everyone that you're sure of yourself, you're telling yourself too that you deserve respect. This sure of yourself attitude makes people want to be around you. Posture alone isn't enough to give off an air of reliability and approachability. The small changes in our faces, the warmth of our smiles, and the truthfulness in our eye contact are all significant. All of these components of body language are extremely effective means of communication. The goal is to make people feel seen and understood without them having to say a word. For example, a real smile can melt even the hardest heart, and real eye contact can do the same. Stoicism tells us to be present, which can lead to a connection that feels as deep as a talk. We are aware of everything going on around us, including how we move. Being truly present means being aware of how we interact directly with those around us, which is important for making sure our body language shows how we really feel and what we want to do, whether it's showing kindness or anger. Being willing to use this mindful method or being open to it. Real relationships and interactions are facilitated by non-verbal speech built on mutual trust and respect. So how can we use Stoic ideas? To get proficient at body language, you must first be aware of your own. Take the time to watch others. Your own body language shows that you're really there for the people you're with. When gestures are open, you may not realize you're cut off. Are they welcoming, or do they create barriers between you and others? Try to be fully present with the person you're talking to and pay full attention to them. Let your body language come from a place of trust and truthfulness. It's amazing how one scent can take us back in time and make us feel things. It's not just picking out a perfume or cologne. It can change how we feel about someone. It's about choosing a scent that becomes an integral part of your identity, one that makes a lasting impact without anybody having to say a word. From Stoicism, we learn to be deliberate in all aspects of life. Even a seemingly simple choice of smell is all about picking out a scent. That aligns with your identity and the impact you aim to leave on the world, rather than surrendering. Consider the newest styles or the priciest brands. It's a way of communicating without words. Carefully chosen communication conveys your identity and values. Not only is a signature scent a fashion statement, it's also a way to make a personal statement in a subtle but strong way. Of showing what makes you special, think about it the way Stoics do. As the meaning of our actions and words reveal the positive qualities within us, like a carefully selected fragrance, it can show who you are, how you're feeling, and even what you want to achieve. It resembles an old machine fingerprint, suggesting that I'm creating a sensory memory. Choose this scent in the thoughts and noses of the people you meet. You need to be aware of and knowledgeable about more than just the smells you like, but also how they work with your body's natural makeup and the places you hang out. What do you want to say? Do you want to make people feel calm and trusting? Perhaps you prefer a fresh, clean scent, or perhaps you aspire to be recognized for your bravery. If you enjoy exploring new flavors, you might enjoy something with woodsy or spicy notes. The important thing is to make sure that your choice of smell fits in. It is a reflection of who you are and what you believe in, similar to the Stoic way of life, in line with who they really are and the Stoic practice of balance. This also goes here. It's not about making everyone around you smell strong. Instead of yelling, choose a scent that entices them to approach and speak in whispers. The smell stays in the air for a long time, leaving a soft but lasting mark. We want to make a small but important change in the world through our deeds and decisions based on Stoicism. In a time when digital contact often takes away the subtleties of face-to-face conversation, good manners are a way to reconnect with real people. But when we talk about more than just saying please and thank you, we're going to talk about manners that captivate. We're talking about how the grace of our interactions can leave an impact that lasts, just like Stoicism tells us to be good and respectful in every part of our lives. The focus of Stoicism on virtues like self-control and empathy is a great fit. When you talk about mesmerizing habits, it's not just about following the rules. It's not about following social rules just to look good. It's about showing respect. To demonstrate kindness and care for others through our actions, this alignment is crucial. Between Stoic principles and how we treat others, there is a quiet but powerful pull. It proves we know and value our actions. We engage in conversation to contemplate the impact of truly listening to others. We should give them our full attention without letting our phones or our own thoughts get in the way. This act of the present is a key part of Stoic practice. It sends a message. We value the person and the time we're spending with them. It's a simple but deep thing to say. This statement resonates deeply in today's often apathetic society. Stoicism also teaches us how important it is to understand and empathize with others, and understanding how other people feel when our behavior is based on true empathy. We exhibit Stoic traits when we are eager to assist or provide support. When we show kindness and understanding in real ways, they don't just make us more likable, they make a magnetic pool of love and real connection that draws people to us. But let's also talk about the finer points of manners and how to handle the tricky situations. Learn how to behave around other people with grace, from how to properly eat to how to have a chat. These skills demonstrate our awareness and appreciation of our surroundings. Stoicism doesn't tell us to shut out the world, it teaches us to interact with it in a good way. Developing these social skills is evidence of this connection. It's about demonstrating. We care enough about the unwritten rules to think about what we do and follow them, things that make it easier for people to connect in deeper ways. Being fully present isn't just beneficial advice, it's a strong message to act on. We need to stop the frequent shallow exchanges that occur in our busy world. You won't believe how well it fits with Stoic philosophy, which stresses living to live in the present and enjoy each moment for what it is. Practice Stoicism. This illustrates the importance of focusing on what we can control and letting go of what we cannot. When we use this in our conversations with other people, it means giving them our full attention without past regrets or future worries. It's about being fully present with them in a way that says, "You are important to me. I would rather be anywhere else." This kind of care is rare and valuable. It can transform even the dullest conversation into a profound connection. Being present is more than just showing up. It takes active participation. In the present moment, listening is not just to respond, but also to truly comprehend. It's the difference between talking to someone and someone who is always looking at their phone. Talking to someone who is solely interested in you makes you feel seen and heard. This can make an impact that lasts, giving a feeling of warmth and honesty. That sounds very appealing, but how can we expand this position in a constantly changing world? For our attention, it starts with being aware, which means paying attention. By becoming more mindful, we can be more aware of our thoughts, feelings, and surroundings without judging them. When our thoughts wander, we can gently bring them back to the present. Like any other skill, it gets better with time and practice. Stoicism also tells us to enjoy the beauty of the present moment. It is a moment to see every contact, no matter how short, as a gift. We have the opportunity to meet, learn, and grow. If we approach our interactions in the right way, we not only make our own lives better when we think this way, but we also change the lives of others. We connect deeply with those around us, yet being present also implies being vulnerable to suffering. We should allow ourselves to be seen and others to be seen without the shields we put up. It's about taking off the mask and connecting with each other on a personal level, realizing that at our core, we all want to learn and connect with each other. This openness may seem scary, but it's really strong and breaks down barriers. It fosters trust, paving the way for more profound and significant relationships. This is a warning that sometimes less is more. This idea comes from the Stoic philosophy of Stoicism. It teaches us the importance of maintaining composure and keeping certain things confidential. It's not about lying or keeping things secret. It's about choosing what we say. Understanding ourselves and selectively sharing makes us attractive. That piques people's interest in learning more about the steadfast individual behind the curtain. Its focus on self-reflection and growth makes us want to pay attention. We should focus on developing our character rather than seeking approval from others. Building a sense of mystery by not giving away all the answers fits nicely with this philosophy. By putting our cards on the table, we ask others to dig deeper and see what's really going on. It suggests there's more to us than meets the eye, so investigate. This doesn't mean playing games or putting up a front. It means letting our complexity show. Allow the depth to naturally grow over time. Think about the difference, a book that tells you what happens in the first few pages and one that builds a story. You can't stop uncovering its secrets one by one. Which one interests you more? The same is true for human interactions. A little mystery can change the way you talk to someone. Each interaction with us transforms from a simple exchange of information into an intriguing discovery, a part of a story that people want to read more about, causing a magnetic pull toward the core of our identity. How can we strike the correct balance? It starts with being aware of what we share and why. Be intentional when sharing, not just to fill a void. The society of oversharing puts pressure on us, so it's crucial to maintain self-control. Stoicism praises a quality that helps people navigate the delicate balance between being open and keeping things a little mysterious. but it's also about appreciating the quality of our relationships. We have come to understand that the foundation of stronger relationships is the discovery of new things about each other. We respect each other's depth while also enjoying a bit of surprise. It shows that you value your own inner world. It admits that some thoughts, dreams, and memories are so precious that giving them away increases their value. This kind of selective sharing isn't about keeping things from people. It's about cherishing what makes it final. Giving something instead of asking for it makes it more important. We learn to listen more when we take this Stoic attitude to mysteries. Being less eager to fill the space with our own stories allows others to tell theirs. To truly connect with their soul, it is necessary to establish a two-way relationship. It's a dance of giving and taking that makes the talk better for both sides. There is a sense of wonder and closeness that can be very satisfying. It's not enough to just know facts or name major letters. You need to understand. People from different countries should value their traditions, struggles, and joys. Following the Stoic pursuit of knowledge and wisdom will help us see more of the world. In order to develop a world perspective that values differences and encourages empathy and stoicism, it teaches us how important it is to gain knowledge that goes beyond our current experiences. It makes us want to learn from other people and see the good in everything. Developing cultural knowledge brings out everyone's humanity to do that. As we look at the rich tapestry of human society, we are putting ourselves in the shoes of others. This broadens our perspectives and breaks down walls. That often makes us disagree. Think about how deep and rich cultural wisdom sharing a story can enhance our conversations and improve our interpersonal relationships. From a different culture, we can show that we understand or even say a few words. When we speak another language, we show respect for other people's lives and build bridges. We are sending the message that we respect diversity as a real thing, not just an idea. In reality, we don't need to be world explorers or encyclopedia experts. It's not about knowing about every culture. It's about sparking interest, an open mind, and a sincere desire to learn from the different ways people live around the world are essential. Additionally, the emphasis on self-improvement and growth in Stoicism aligns perfectly with the goal of achieving cultural understanding by learning about different points of view and beliefs. We're not just gathering data, we're also questioning what we think we know. We're learning about ourselves by facing our beliefs and becoming more empathetic. It helps us become more well-rounded, caring people who can interact with the world. But how do we grow this cultural knowledge in a more meaningful way? It all starts with reading books written by people from all over the world. I enjoy watching films that depict diverse lifestyles and engaging with music and artwork from various nations. It means looking for talks that make us smarter and push us out of our comfort zones. Every cultural experience and piece of information we learn helps us understand things better. It broadens our views and makes it easier for us to connect with others. It's not enough to feel sad for someone. You have to really understand what they're going through, their happiness and sadness, and getting emotionally close to them. Being compassionate brings us together and helps us see past our differences. Observe how our humanity unites us all. This is what Stoicism is all about. Compassion has a special place in the philosophy because it reflects the main ideas of understanding. Stoicism teaches us the importance of understanding community and the interconnectedness of all living things. Our shared connections push us to care about more than just the people in our immediate circle. It's a call to action for the general public and the whole world. Not only does it encourage us to feel deeply, but it also guides us to act on those feelings in a useful way. People who show kindness are doing more than just showing sympathy when they talk to others. Our time, attention, and help are some of the things we're giving you. Giving, going out of our way to help someone else, helps us feel better. This is one of the most fascinating and beautiful traits a person can have. It evokes a desire in others to be near us and infuses our relationships with warmth and depth. It's impossible to make up, but showing compassion isn't always simple. To sit with someone else's pain without rushing to give help, we have to face our own discomfort. Instead of resorting to quick fixes or cliches, it encourages us to attentively listen and comprehend before seeking solutions. It's clear that this level of involvement can be hard, but it's also very rewarding to let other people's stories open our hearts. We not only make their lives easier, but we also learn new things that make our own lives better, and points of view that we might have missed otherwise. Also, kindness helps. Being a part of a group in a world that can sometimes feel kind, acts that bring people together tells us that we are not alone. We recognize our connection to something greater than ourselves. This is what many of us yearn for. From the inside out, compassion is a powerful way to build bonds. If we truly care about the well-being of others, we're setting the groundwork for a better future, for strong connections that go beyond the surface level of everyday life. Practicing kindness in interactions also requires a certain level of vulnerability. This level of vulnerability means letting the chance happen. Our sorrow affects us and makes us feel their pain as if it were our own. This openness may seem scary, but it also manifests as a strength. There is a rare and valuable honesty and openness about feelings. It shows that we're ready to put our pride aside and connect with others in a way that is real and raw. This honesty is what draws people in. We draw people to us in a way that surface-level conversations never could. People often say that laughing is the best medicine, and while it might not help with all illnesses, it can sure make you feel better. It certainly has the power to alter the mood and atmosphere of a room. Laughter can spread to others and make even the saddest hearts feel better. At first glance, it seems to hold a special kind of magic. Might seem like strange partners, but Stoicism is really about it. It's about having a good life and being happy in the present. Laughing directly aids people in achieving these goals. The Stoics knew how important it was to be content and not take life too seriously. They knew all the time that laughter could help them get through challenging times. A way to deal with life's mess and problems with a happier heart. When we laugh together, we find something we have in common. No matter how different we are, we can all be happy. Another way to live stoically in the present is to laugh. When we laugh authentically, we are fully present in the present and don't dwell on the past or worry about the future. It's a form of mindfulness and a method to fully appreciate the present moment. Embrace the present moment and the joy it can bring. When we laugh, we're not just having fun. We're adopting a type of stoic acceptance as a short-term escape from the problems in life. Acknowledging that our circumstances are beyond our control, we have the power to relish the positive aspects of life. Embracing others with open arms and laughter is a great way to bring people together. Laughter breaks down walls and builds bridges. When we laugh together, we become more open. Stoics stress the importance of community, which fits with the idea of being more linked and human. Laughing together reminds us of the connection between all people. We are united by our shared humanity, the feelings and events that bring us together. Laughter makes us feel like we belong, even though our lives and backgrounds are different. After all, we're not that different. How can we enhance the humor in our lives? We need to start by not taking ourselves too seriously. Being honest is the first step. The silly things that happen in life, finding humor in our flaws and learning to laugh at ourselves are all important. This doesn't mean avoiding how awful some things are or minimizing the real problems we face. It's more about balancing our views and realizing that happiness and sadness are both part of life. Are both important parts of being human. It's about looking for and making chances for happiness. Whether it's by reading amusing things, spending time with people who make us laugh, or just getting better at finding fun in everyday things. In a world that often tells us to put other people and things ahead of ourselves, there is a small but powerful act of defiance that can completely change our lives. Self-care goes beyond spa visits and baked goods. It means setting aside time to take care of our physical, mental, and social health. Stoicism teaches us how important it is to understand and control ourselves. To take care of ourselves this way is not selfish because we can, but it's a way to practice realizing that it's our job to take care of ourselves. The Stoics thought that each person was valuable and that being at our best was important. This is because we can only do what we need to do when we are strong and healthy. Effectively, make a difference in the world around us and live our lives according to our values. We must take the necessary steps to care for ourselves from a serious perspective. It is about expressing gratitude for life and the body and mind that sustain us. It means recognizing that we are empowered to think, feel, and act in line with our values. We take care of ourselves well. This kind of respect, we build our relationships with the world when we value ourselves sufficiently. We can handle life's problems better if we put our health and happiness first. Stoics take care of themselves in many ways, not just their physical health. They do this by being strong and wise. Mindfulness is a way to practice this. It's also about building a healthy mind and mental strength. We should reflect on our lives and seek out activities that enhance our intelligence and spirituality. This all-around method of self-care makes sure we're not just fit physically. However, they are also mentally and emotionally prepared to tackle the challenges of life. In a useful way, taking care of yourself has a positive effect on others. In our best form, we can give more and wait longer. Being patient and present in our relationships helps our communities. With more energy and efficiency, this is what the Stoic ideal looks like in real life. We can contribute to the betterment of everyone by taking care of ourselves. We're taking care of those around us in a roundabout way because we can help further. Being wise and kind is important, so how do we take care of ourselves every day? To demonstrate Stoic beliefs, start with small things. We intentionally eat healthy foods that power our bodies. We are engaging in strength-building physical activities and ensuring adequate rest. It also means setting limits and making time for quiet thought and rest. We can save time and energy by saying no when necessary and setting priorities for the things we want to do that are in line with our principles and help us grow. People in a society that values the idea of self will really connect with it. Trust and personal freedom, but when we take it all apart, we learn that freedom isn't about being alone or always alone, but consider how strong and confident you feel when you know you can handle things on your own. Stoicism holds that strength goes beyond survival, without help, but by living on your own terms and making choices that are in line with lead a life that is authentically yours and aligned with your convictions. Stoicism emphasizes self-discipline and accepting responsibility for one's actions. The pursuit of virtue teaches us that true independence originates from within. Control over your emotions and desires leads to a sense of and from knowing that your own happiness and peace of mind come from inside. This philosophical method is not influenced by external events or the opinions of others. Pushes us to develop a level of independence that is based on self-sufficiency, resilience, and the knowledge that the fact that we can make our lives fit our values is what makes this kind of freedom so appealing. Freedom is deep and appealing because it reflects who you are. Who doesn't succumb to the opinions of others and doesn't rely on external assistance. Confidence is a manifestation of feeling important or successful. Do what's best for you, even if it goes against what most people think. It takes guts to go your own way and accept your uniqueness. To live a life that truly reflects who you are while still accepting independence is crucial. Doesn't mean turning down other people's help and company. On the opposite, Stoicism shows us the value of helping each other and living in a community. The important thing is to find a balance between having deep ties with other people and making connections with other people and keeping your freedom to follow your own ideals and goals that value your freedom and help you grow instead of those that can test you or make you who you are, fostering this sense of freedom. Introspection and self-awareness involve regularly examining your beliefs. What are your acts and why you're doing them? Are you after something because it really speaks to you or because you feel like society expects you to? It also means building grit, or the power to deal with problems and setbacks. Never forget your values or identity before we finish this journey. Remember the deepest relationships through the calm art of silent attraction. The quiet strength of our character often shapes us during quiet moments. We should adhere to these rules in order to be our true selves. See how the world around you changes as you go about your daily life. Thank you for coming. Your presence is warm and your heart is deep. Your interest and participation on this trip at Stoic Guru are what set this group apart. Such a unique talk. If you want to see more, I invite you to watch. One of the videos appears on your screen. Let the timeless knowledge of Stoicism guide you, and don't forget, your life speaks volumes through the subtle actions you take. You